Okay, guys, I think we're live. Bear with me a minute. We're getting the green screen, so I might have to improvise like I did last time. Anyway, how's everybody's Monday? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Well, just let me know in the chat if the audio is good. And I'll see if I can sort this lovely green screen of Doom out that we seem to be getting. Like I say, if I did, I'll just swap it to the other screen and we'll just do what we did last time on the big monitor. How's everyone's Monday? And I hope you all had a good weekend. Mine's been, as a normal Monday, a manic Monday. And yeah, other than that, I'm enjoying some new merch from YouTube. It's always a plus side. And yeah, hopefully this will reload in the iPad in a second, and I won't get that lovely error we've got of the green screen of death. In the meantime, I'll do some hellos. So we've got hello to Tegan, Corey if he's lurking in the background somewhere, Minecraft Transformers, Omega Prime. We've got Kingpin Creations. Salutations to you. And I'll restart the iPad first, see if that will solve the graphical issues that we're having. It's all nice and fun that we get the green screen death return for the new year. I really thought I'd sorted that. Apparently not. Hey, Caden King, how's it going? I am just hoping that this is going to stay maintaining smooth. It says it's green on this screen and good, and YouTube says it's not so good. So let me know if you guys are getting any weird buffering or anything weird. And also let me know if you're hearing me okay. I don't actually know if you guys are or not hearing me, but we shall see. There we go. Right. Keep an eye out. Was that a green screen of death just then? Or did we just get lucky and not have it? Anyway, we're going to continue our Eda, Hawthorne, and Cassie Cage fusion that we were working on. Last time we got to these flats and I did some talked about the values and got to a certain level. Now I'm just going to add finishing touches on top, just add a bit more color, some more light and shadow effects, and polish this illustration up while answering any questions you've got and just narrowing you guys. So I think the first thing I want to do is reconnect my pencil so I can actually use it. There we go. The green screen is like one of the rings from Lord of the Rings. It wants to be found. Yes, it does. It keeps reappearing from time to time, and I'm hoping it won't appear too much today. So I'm using I've got this soft grain brush which I use for my textures, and it gives this kind of like nice pattern effect on top of what I'm working on. And it works really well for like a hard pass, and I often drop it down to about 10%. And then I've got an overlay layer, which I tend to have a color into this and a soft brush, not too large. In Procreate, about 3%, and on probably about 9% or less. And that just allows me to, on a layer that's set to overlay on the top of everything, just pick out and highlight some areas that I want to just add a bit more color in and just give a bit more depth to parts of the illustration. Hey Primal, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've been here before, but glad you could join. So what's everyone up to this evening? Anyone doing anything interesting other than watching the stream? Are you drawing along? Are you just listening to me waffle? Omega Prime says, "Hey Dempsey, what is your thought art? Your thought art? Narrators versus Cosmic Cures. Narrators win. Because I'm going to write it that way generally. So yeah, the narrators will win just because I'll write it that way so that they win, which will work for me. I also added a little bit of a kind of like an orangey color into the feathers around the parts of the arm and stuff on her skin, just to give a little bit of a little bit more into sort of like a visual pop into those areas and a bit of variety into the wing color to make it stand out a bit more. There will be more colors getting added as we go along, but it just means that when I add colors like the kind of like the creamy yellow highlight over the top, it will pick up certain aspects. Minecraft's in between builds at the moment. The next one will be a monster of a build. Your builds are amazing, Minecraft. I mean, I thought I was great at using the game Minecraft and building underground bases, but see your actual transformer builds and when you animate them with your step-by-step animations, yeah, you just took it to a whole new level. It's absolutely insane. A bit more of these lights to a few areas just to emphasize them. I don't need too many. I just need enough to kind of emphasize lights coming from a direction. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on the standard way that we do with the kind of like the freehand and the shadows again over the top, just adding more to it and then eventually working on a few bits and bobs. Also, if you guys like Transformers or you like the game Minecraft and you want to see some awesome builds, check out Minecraft Transformers channel. And Minecraft, if you want, drop it in the chat because you're a mod. You should be able to drop a link to it in there. That's if anyone's new and they haven't seen it before. It's absolutely incredible what he does. Tegan says, Loki, you will fall by my hand, me. Pause. You have paws. Loki, you will fall by my paws. Isn't scary. Me. Fair, but it's true. You have paws. Nice. Caden King says, have you ever watched Supernatural? I just started watching while I was trapped inside from the snow. Yes, I have. I didn't watch all of it or all the seasons, but I have watched Supernatural. It's a really good series. You'll probably enjoy it quite a fair bit if you're watching it. Right, let's see how that looks for that being added. That's quite fun, but I don't know if I want. Right, I'm going to do a lighting layer. Quick translation of it is I'm going to work out where some light effects are coming from. So I'm going to add some potential light sources on a layer outside of everything and then work on it from there, possibly. Season 2, episode 11. Nice. I must admit, I did flip in and out from a lot of the seasons and that on series when they first came out like that. So I've seen bits all over the place, but no, it's a really good series. Maybe I want to move that one up to the top underneath it, just so I can have some fun with them. Can I do that? That'll do. I also have other layer effects, so brushes are a godsend on this. I have Abel effects, which I purchased from Martin Abel's brush sets, and they have some really nice ones, such as like Starstream to, you know, just give an idea of some kind of magic coming from the staff. There's also ones like these surges, which are quite cool, which, depending on what you're doing, you can actually get some quite nice surge effects. So brushes are useful, but use them sparingly. There are some artists that do amazing work and it's all done by brushes, which is perfectly fine. I'm just not very good with ones like that, to be honest. Uh, check that out. Human Creations. I remember someone was explaining the plot to me years ago, and it scared the ever loving out of me, and I've always wanted to give it a shot. Yeah, no, it's a good series. I'd say you've probably got to watch it to get the full effect from it, but yeah. Beautiful thing about being able to do on different layers is I can have some fun with some of the other effects as we go along. I do like that. Still working on that. It's just a case of using things appropriately and sparingly when you're doing lights. Where can you find it? I think Amazon Prime's probably got Supernatural on it. Netflix, okay, Netflix has got it on there. I haven't seen it on mine, but depends on the country and the region, I guess. So yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, that can be added a bit later, but I wanted to get some. The main idea behind it was to get some kind of effects in to get that sorted. But I also want to get some kind of lighting. So soft brush, maybe a bit larger in size. Maybe I want an orange glow hitting down, potentially. So the glow's going to be coming from the stack here anyway. So this bit's going to be the brightest side, and that's going to be the darkest still. So I guess I can change the color of that later, so that's not an issue. Uh, okay, we'll go back to working on the light and shadows. Potentially want to have a darker color than like a bluish tint to the shadows, maybe. Possibly, that's quite cool. Tegan says, I've seen Supernatural and I kind of like the show and I started watching it again. Yeah, it's a really good show. I don't really want to spoil anything for anybody, so I'm going to try and not do that. But yeah. Oh, don't forget, guys. There's a poll at the top of the chat, and it's basically Lethal Company's a game that's come out well, it's been out a few months now, but just found out it recently, same as Koi did. And it's really you basically collect scrap from different moons for a company where a big tentacle alien grabs the scrap in and you sell it to them. And there's some weird monsters and SCPs and that to go along, which is quite cool, and hundreds of mods so far. But I like the way that the way that a lot of people are like lethal. What now? It is really addictive, so it'd be quite cool. Michael, I haven't gotten through all of your suggestions yet, as in properly looked at them. There's quite a few good ones in there. I did like the variety that you did, which is amazing. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and go through them all yet, which I'm going to do as I add them to my suggestions list because there's some pretty cool suggestions in that. I think there's one with Hawkeye and who was it? You've used Hawkeye with another character, which I didn't expect you to do, I think, on there. But yes, I have seen them. I've seen the comments. I just need for the suggestions. I just need to get a chance to sit down and have a look at them. It's admin time is something I'm trying to schedule in a bit more this year, so that when I do look at suggestions from people that I've added, it's one of the reasons why I brought in the new what was it? The assessment criteria on a video idea if it's going to do well. Um, I brought that in this year using the C's method. Um, Content creators will know exactly what that is. People who aren't content creators or haven't seen it yet, it's nothing to worry about. It's just a way of ranking suggestions so you can put group ones together to then get a selection out of the top ones to the not so popular ones so you've got a good variety on the channel. Um, and I needed it because there's a lot of suggestions you guys have come up with, which is great because I've got content to coming out my ears basically, but it's finding the time to schedule them all in to do them, which isn't too bad. It's just a case of I can't knock the videos out faster than the turnaround I do at the moment because I work a 9 to 5, or yeah, 9 to 5. Is the terminology for that. Oh, I have got Lethal Company. I'm going to play it. I might do something related to it on the channel at some point. Um, could be quite fun. You guys seem to like all the demons, SCPs, and stuff, so this could be quite a cool concept to have. I also have to do some a Habsin Hotel, or Has Been Hotel. Has Habsin Has Been Hotel, because I've been watching the series on Prime. I know. I think Kingpin's done something with it recently, or doing something with it recently. Hello, Galaham19. How are you doing? And I know a couple other content creators are going to be doing stuff with it. I just haven't actually sat down to do stuff with it yet, which I'm really wanting to do because Hello Boss came out really well. So Has Been Hotel is going to be interesting. I just need to think of what I need to do for the concept on that one a bit more. Oh, it came out today. Awesome. Oh yeah, it's Monday, isn't it? I will check that out at some point. I haven't had a chance to do that. I have found it funny that a lot of new people to the channel are like, just to my shorts to go, this kind of reminds me of Pop Cross Studios. I don't know if it's a style or something, but it's great art. It's like, yeah, or I take it this channel's heavily influenced because it's like Pop Cross but British. It's like, yep, check out these videos. It's quite interesting to see where a lot of people come from, spot my stuff, and then go, oh yeah, you look a lot like Pop Cross. It's like, yeah, I collabed with them. Go check that one out. It's quite cool. Um, Yes, if you could, guys, please hit the like button. It does help out massively. It's for the YouTube algorithm. Also lets me know you're enjoying the content, which is the biggest help for me. Otherwise, I don't know you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, same as on videos. If you're watching a video and it's a topic you like, just literally click that thumbs up, and it helps me out massively. I'll know what to make more of in future, um, which is quite good. Uh, King says the series is really good. Voices took a little get used to, but I think the casting could have made it. Yeah, I think the bit that took the most for me to get used to was the everlasting musical that's happening in it. That's the only thing that I'm like, yeah, maybe. But I love the concept for the whole starting bit, the angels and the demons. Amazing. Galaham 19. I've had one submission, not on Instagram for that. It's the hashtag is DempseyJ draw my OC, but I've looked for it. I've only had one submission, not on Instagram, so that's going to have another month. I'll re-mention it on a couple of videos and stuff. I don't think I've plugged it enough to get people in for it, which isn't a problem in any way, shape, or form. It's going to be something I want to try out and do, but I've got other things I'll be working on. Totally random guy. Hello, or should we say? I'm guessing that's Marin. Marin, is it? It looks like your emotional damage avatar. What hashtag did you use? Because if you didn't use DempseyJ Draw My OC, then I wouldn't. Then it's not going to show up on the one that I'm searching for. It has to be DempseyJ Draw My OC, and then it will show up. I appreciate that, Minecraft. Um, that's just practice and the basics on top. I could take. It's going to sound really bad, but if you've got a really great foundation for your basics, or you've got a decent amount of line art, and then you know how to color it in, depending what stage you're at, it'll look terrible or it'll look amazing. I always find my line art looks terrible, which I'm trying to work on my illustrations more, and my final rendering stuff looks quite cool on top. So I've kind of got the reverse of a lot of people. A lot of people have amazing line art, and then they find a hard time coloring. I find getting the line weights trickier than doing anything else. Um, you've got a problem. What's your problem? We can try to help depending on the problem. We're not experts. We can give you advice under what we would probably do, and that is the best advice we could give you is like, this is what we recommend outside of the situation. And you're welcome to take it or leave it, as you know. Um, I can't finish FNAF this week. Oh, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I will be doing more FNAF content on the channel at some point. Get that done when you can and just fire it over to me. I've got a few other things happening in the meantime, which I can shift something about later on, so that's not an issue. Um, yeah, Kingpin, I agree. It's when you know the techniques and some of the programs, it becomes really easy. Like this is going to look a lot more detailed than normal and fleshed out, but I did it a different way. So now we've got more layers for lighting and shading on here than just the normal 4 or 5. We've got like 10 on this one, but that's because I wanted to push that a bit more. I am going to be doing on the channel in live streams, probably working on something like some splash art. So you know, like you got League of Legends art, we've got dynamic pose and some massive stuff going on. I want to do some of that with whatever I draw. So whether it's going to be just a Ben 10 alien in this scenario or something, and it's flash art, it's like I don't just do a full render like almost like this. I do it like a dynamic pose. You might have portrait, like the head and upper body bit, but it looks really cool, weapons and stuff. I want to try and push other art techniques and experimentation on the live streams because I think what I can do that um, because what I can do then is not only can I have the live streams as a tool to aid you guys to learn from where we're talking about it and discussing it, but you've got something in real time to go back to and have a look at. I may even do a couple live streams where it's literally give me your art questions and while I draw something and I'll answer them. Kind of what we do now, but more formally. Like figure your questions beforehand, I'll answer them, or I'll set up a Q&A section on it. I want to give a little bit more back, and I know you guys want to know some how-tos on to do certain things, but I also want to experiment on techniques. So there are a few techniques on here I might introduce on the lighting stage at the end. We may even change all the colors. Um, Galahound 19, I only checked like end of last week. So if you've done it since I checked, then it's probably in there, but I definitely checked it correctly on Instagram. I've got it saved on Instagram as a hashtag to go into and look. So it's not going to be a problem. I have seen you posted it a couple of days ago on your one. So you might have hashtagged it on there. And I just hadn't, it was after I've done my initial search. I haven't checked again this week, to be honest. Being Monday, I haven't really gotten around to doing a lot of my checks and stuff that I'd normally do. But yeah, and then basically all I'm going to do on this is just build this one up. Um, so we've got a busy week happening next Monday. That's cool, Kingpin. Next Monday, there may not be a live stream. I haven't decided if it's going to be the community redraw or if that's on the 20 or if that's on the second. It might end up being the second in the live stream next week. I'm not sure. I will let you guys know. It will be one of the two, but the live stream is going to be. If it is on Monday, the live stream will not be happening, but I will let you guys know by the weekend. It depends on how. I've got quite a few things to get out of the way art-wise this week, and a few other things non-art related to get out of the way before I can actually finish and schedule that off along with the script for the redraw. But submissions are now closed. You've got to wait to find out what the next one is. I'm also going to be thinking about putting PSDs on the Patreon. So the final artworks that we've got of these, or maybe a Patreon suggested artwork, um, which will be members and Patreon suggested artwork. I'll do a members poll and I'll do a Patreon on the same poll, see which one wins out of the two. I will be doing the final artwork and a full PSD on my Patreon at some point for that later on this year, because that means that you guys can take the LED files of what I've got and use them. I'll try at that point. It won't be a two sides. It'll be an A4 document so I can get more layers in it. That one, but it'll be something you guys could pull down and you could actually see what I've done on each layer to see how I've broken it up and sectioned it. Sometimes that does help. Uh, I'm not entirely sure when that's going to be dropping, but that is a potential thing I'm looking to do. If you guys are interested, if you'd rather just have the live stream, so that's not a problem at all. I don't know what you guys want to do, but just trying to give a few more options for you guys to have more resources to do what you want while I'm making more content or building things up or giving back to you, the community. Uh, we're also at, I think it was 6,920, 24 or 27 subs. We're basically nearly at 6,930 subs. So we're getting closer to 7K. I want to hit 10K by the end of the year. Um, I also want to be able to increase the content of the channel, the quality a bit more, and I'm going to be experimenting in other styles of doing stuff, whether it's going to be a few shorts like a couple of art challenges, or it's going to be working on the normal videos we do, or maybe in a bonus video where I've drawn something in my spare time when I've gotten around to it and I drop that into it as a speed paint or something, time lapse, and then a bit of info on it. I've been studying a lot of other artists to see what they do, to see what I can, I say pinch off YouTube, but what I can take and learn from, which would be quite cool. Uh, one, a bit of more than I could chew, and now I have to dig myself into. Bit of more than you can chew. How do you mean bit of more than you can chew there, Myron? Do you mean like just stuff to do and then you know, at school, or subjects to do at school and you're like swamped now? Um, the best thing to do is, my advice on that note would be find the subjects you want to do if it is subject related. Make sure you focus on them first. Anything that's extra, focus on that, but take it a step at a time and do a plan bit by bit. Um, everything. Okay, the things that you want or you need for wherever your progression to go in terms of school, where you need to go, focus on them more than anything else, as well as the baseline stuff you need to get. Take everything else a day as it comes and just plan it out and try not to burn yourself out. Um, so that's my advice. It's what I tend to do with my work and my YouTube. The other night I sat there and I was like, nope, I'm not spending all night on it. Closed the laptop down and the iPad and I went to sleep because I needed to. It's that or stay up till 4 a.m. in the morning. And I did that last week for a couple of nights, so I'm not doing that again this week. But try not to stress about it. I know it's easy to stress, but try not to. Gallagher19 says, "What you? Hey, DempseyJ, I think the Hello Boss Dinosaurs went really well. It did. The second episode did more views than the first one had in 8 days, and in 2 days since it's been live, it's had more views than the first original one. I think my shorts have helped with that. I basically flooded the shorts, all of it out, which is quite cool. And then yeah, I'm planning to do. I'm possibly doing a Hello a Boss OC challenge as a short at some point, drawing myself as an OC challenge for it. I've been looking into a couple of those challenges, as I said earlier. There will be more Hello Boss content later on in the year. Not just yet. There might be a Habston Hotel one, has been a hotel one. But I've got things planned already. So um, I did want to do one a while back for solo leveling, and now that the anime's out, I do want to mix that into something. But it's not going to be like I know somebody else who's doing it. They put a teaser on their Patreon. It's absolutely amazing. I want to do something. I might just do a fan art piece for solo leveling, which I was planning for to draw the main character, Jinwoo, but and then shadows behind him building up like a nice fan art piece. But I don't know if I'll put it into an episode or not. Um, but yeah, demo steampunk characters I will put as a suggestion. Um, have I heard Kingpin Creations do its own community redraws now, or something like that? Isn't it great? Yeah, that is great. I haven't heard it because I knew he was putting something into his video, and I had a feeling it'd be something. Um, well, his announcement would be something along the lines of redraws because he has mentioned he has asked what kind of numbers do you need to then do a redraw, and I think I would recommend. I think he's got enough now, to to be honest. It's near enough 1,000, and if there's an interest in your community to do it. King says, "Hey Dempsey, I know this is the third stream with this picture, but I've been meaning to ask you, have you seen the Our House since half of this either?" Yes, I have. I have watched it on Disney Plus, uh, all the way up to the last part where they left it on the cliffhanger of the seasons they've got there, and I quite enjoyed it. My favorite episode was when the three of them were doing the chant, and the whole house grew chicken legs and started walking across the place. That was one of my favorite episodes on it, as well as the big match in the sort of like Coliseum arena. They're all picking which convents they want to go to. So I have watched it, and it's amazing. I am hoping to get enough of this done to either finish this off or be close to finishing it off and post something later on in the week. Because if next Monday is the redraw, we're not going to be doing this on a live stream. If it is a live stream, I'm going to be drawing something else. Um, I think for this illustration, even if it's not 100% finished, we are pretty much getting there. And I reckon by the time we do get to the end of the stream tonight, we can probably have this in a nice state to be finished off. Omenhart, dawn approaches, soon worlds will collide, beings from other worlds will come in to create. The event known as Community Redraw is almost upon us. Prepare. Yes, it's either that or it's aliens in Miami. I'm going to do a little bit of plugging now. So in December, I'm just going to, it's a little flex, but it's more a fact that I really love these items. So in December last year, as part of the shorts community on YouTube for the UK, we had a challenge and we had to post a short every day from December the 1st to the 24th, and we'd get some free merch. Not exactly free because we make content and plug it, but we get free merch. So I got this lovely mug that arrived, which is quite cool. It's only got water in it at the moment because I haven't got any hot chocolate. This awesome hoodie that's arrived, which is branded shorts, and there is a beanie hat somewhere I've got over there. So I am really happy this arrived at just the right time because it's so cold at the moment in the UK with the wind and all the weather from the storms coming in. I think we just got rid of Hurricane Iris, and we've got Storm Iris. We've got Storm Jocelyn coming in. So I am really loving the fact that I've got some nice warmer clothes, and it looks quite smart in the outfit and the setup in this. So it works really nice. But yeah, if you can, if you are a content creator and you are making stuff like shorts on a regular basis, if you look for YouTube Shorts community, there's a website page where you can apply to join, and they do take new members throughout the year. I'm not sure the exact dates, but if you do it, you can get a chance to get in. And all you've got to do is post a short a week, basically, to stay in the program if you're accepted and join the call. We've had one member, I don't know if he's in here, Pixel Does Dev. He's posted shorts. He's done 200 odd videos over 190 days, and he's gone from 0 subs to 100,000, which is a big achievement. So congratulations, Pixel Does Dev, if you see this or you're in there. It's consistency is key. It's an amazing achievement. But yeah, just plug in the Shorts community program there. If any of you are creators and you're interested, then I'm happy for you to drop me a message on the Discord or something privately or in one of the general bits, and I will message you guys with the info. Yeah, tell me about it. It just literally it just took off for him, and he posted consistently, and over December it's finally started picking up, and in the last 2 months he's gone from something like, I don't know what it was. I think it was a couple thousand to 100,000, literally since the start of December to now. It's insane. When it kicks off, it kicks off. But he's put a lot of effort into it, and he's done a lot of checking stats going into it. Building the content. If he goes away, he's making sure he's got the content in there. He's really been giving it his all, and it's finally paid off. So it's amazing to think that can happen. He found his kind of like niche and he kept with it, and yeah, it just shows. So one day that'll be me. I will get there. I think I've got to change my short priority up to be able to grow like that and also get my long form going. So this is why I do long, shorts, and lives, and I've just got to get my brain in gear for what's going to work for what I can do. But it's just a prime example. I thought I'd give you creators out there a bit of a yeah, a bit of a motivational boost like I've had. It's like, oh, wow, if they can do it, I'm sure I can do it. So let's go. But it is amazing. Um, okay, what have we got here? Tegan says, Nexon, what's going on there? Well, someone said spider. Hi, I said spider dinosaur. It has spider in the name. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to bed. I tried to get the voice in that time, Tegan, as we went along. And Caden King says, yeah, that was a good episode. Have you seen the 3 episodes of season 3? I didn't even know season 3 was out. So that's quite interesting. Um, I might have, I might not. Oh, I might have to go. I'm gonna have to go look at my Disney Plus later. I'll put that on my list of things to do on my Disney Plus later. Ben, how's it going? I could put My Hero Academia into Lethal Company. I could do that, but I'm not going to do that just yet. It's a good idea. It'll go on the list. I've put a list out. If Coy's lurking, he can vouch for me. I sent him a list of like 8 ideas for Lethal Company, and none of them were putting My Hero Academia into it. I know that you can get mods to put stuff into it, like My Hero Academia or Dragon Ball characters and stuff, and do hide and seek. I've got the game. It will work on the Mac thanks to a trial bit of software I've got for 2 weeks. But I've got the game to play, and I've had one go on it, so I need to get some time to play on it. But it is really, really good. I watched Koi stream with it, and that was hilarious. I've been watching a lot of streams. There's some really funny moments in it. But Lethal Company is something I'm looking to do some content on potentially uh, after playing it a bit. So it is something that's going to happen. Yes, he's done his My Hero Academia Suicide Squad because he's doing his Suicide Squad Grand Prix now. I'm tempted to steal this idea for the Grand Prix. I say steal it. It's up for grabs doing Grand Prix, but just do what I want to do. But I might do a month. So I might take a month, and for that entire month, all the videos are on one topic, and then move to the next one and the next one. Um, Possibly, or I might do half a month of one. Just trying to figure it out, so it's breaking up the variety in there, so I don't get everybody with too much of the same thing and bore them. As well as YouTube think I'm a Pokemon channel if I did a Pokemon for a month when I do other stuff. That's kind of one of the other drawbacks. But I do want to watch his video because he's done Deku in there, and he normally does like I do, 4 minutes for a small bit of story, 4 to 5 minutes, and he's gone over by double, so it's quite interesting. Marin says, second reason why I think I might read if I feel like everyone around me dislikes me or outright hates me. I have friends, yes, but not the same relationships. Marin, that's perfectly normal. You will feel like that. Without sounding mean, you probably see things differently than the rest of the group, and even though they are your mates and stuff, and you hang out and you have a good time and everything, there'll be things that they do that are mates that they just click and get on well with compared to you. It's the same for everybody. If they're your mates, they'll have your back, and you don't have to worry about that. Um, and you'll soon pick out your proper mates from your non-proper mates. It's a bit weird, and everyone's self-conscious. We're always thinking about what other people think. Even me on this live stream now, I may seem confident. I'm not. I'll get off this live stream and I'll see that it's got, I don't know, 120 views. That's it. That's all it's ever going to get for months and months and months. Even if my channel explodes, that's all it's going to get. And I'm just judging. Do they not like my voice? Do they not like what I'm doing? Do they not like this? as a creator, you do think that when you put your face on camera or your videos. Um, it's really weird because I'm talking to the camera now, but if you watch how I first was on YouTube, that nervousness is a part of. You always think someone's judging you and someone's seen it. You're like, you don't know what they're gonna say, or they've seen you do something. You're like, what their opinion of me? It's completely and utterly normal. It's not a problem. Um, and Marion, I'll tell you on your last note. I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna say, don't be so stupid. I nearly said it. I nearly swore at you then, but don't be stupid. The problem is because you see it and you want it and you're looking for it, you won't find it. If you focus on you and the things you enjoy and just be yourself, it will happen when it's meant to happen. I know it's the same spiel a lot of people say, but it's the truth. It happens for everybody. Most of the stories you'll find is that happens for them. So just don't worry about it. Just get on with what you need to get on with. Chill, enjoy yourself, and then worry about things like that long time down the road. Okay, 'cause the first two came out around the end of 2022, and the other one at the beginning of last year, I think, but I don't remember. Oh, I might have seen them then. Uh, Ben says maybe have your narrators get stuck in lethal company, plus you're getting onto the Suicide Squad. Possibly, but I have things in store for my narrators, so I don't know how well I can put them into another universe at the moment. And that's not me trying to knock an idea down, because I did quite like the idea of putting them in lethal company there. That'd be hilarious. Um, uh, what we've got. Open Heart says today's D&D session at my school. I would just go for a three-headed skeleton dinosaur at the players while playing the song. Oh, mind you, there's only 4 to 6 of them, and they're all level 1. Oh, that'd be fun. Um, would doing something with abandoned animatronics count as retro or old school? Depends on your terminology, but they mean the same thing, basically. Mine is perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Things when you're stressed, things get to you. So take a minute, breathe, enjoy the stream, and we got your back. Just focus on you, and everything will turn out fine. Hey, have you got them stuck in the Pokemon universe and the water universe? Yeah, I did. I mean, didn't count on the Pokemon universe coming out of it, which is quite interesting. I don't. I think they would be a crew on. Oh, I know the storyline I do for that if I did the narrators and Lethal Company. Yeah, yeah, no. Oh, oh. Right, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I need to write this down while I've got it in my head. Um, Oh, Ben, you've given me an amazing idea for a video. It's not going to be the one for this. Actually, can I do it that way? I could tweak it for. Ah, do I do that? I could introduce them. All right, I've got an idea now. I have an idea for a video, which is, yeah, it's gonna be. It could be quite fun if I do it right. Um, that could be quite interesting. I mean, I could do. If I did something with Lethal Company, I could either do what you suggested, where the narrators go into the universe as in some way, shape, or form, or I could do it with a new character, and it's that character's point of view telling a story. Be quite interesting. Open Heart, that is on the list. I'm not sure it's quite unfolding in the food first, but that is on the list. But that can't happen just yet. That's got to happen a little bit later on down the line. I have a plan for that one. It is happening. You might just have to wait a little bit for that one. What is a good animal or mythical creature for a dragon fairy Pokemon? Um, those Chinese dragons that are the lions. I can't remember what they're called. I think they begin with a Q. Those would make good dragon fairy Pokemon because they don't need to fly but be dragon type, and they are mystical enough to be fairy type. So you get into the food first. That'd be quite funny. Like old abandoned animatronics as mech armors, fantasy monsters, kaiju, demons, dinosaurs, D&D recipes, venomized. Yes, I do need to. In fact, there are going to be some venomized episodes coming up in the future because we haven't done one in a while. I was looking to figure out. I know we did the Pokemon as SCP's venomized, which could be a part two, an SCP Pokemon one, which the artwork and the backdrops look really cool on that. But I feel that I'm long overdue a Marvel or DC related episode at some point. It's been a very long time since we've done something with Marvel and DC and with Transformers actually. I think it was the special in August last year that we did was the last one. Dempsey into the food burst. Oh, it'll be just meat and chocolate all day. All those good chocolatey sweets for my dire sweeties, as my youngest used to call it. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry, just a complete change there. Complete change on serious talking about stuff too. My youngest used to call it dire sweeties. And it was really cute. It always made me chuckle. Uh, a, chim a chimera isn't a dragon as such, Myron, but if you're having a dragon fairy type thing, a chimera could be because it's an amalgamation of stuff, which is quite cool. Now, I've got all the lore and all the wiki information for Lethal Company stored, and my Notion scrolls and freezes and has to load before it can scroll in more, and it's only got like about 20 pictures. The rest is all text. It's ever. Um, oh, subscriber. I don't even know how to pronounce that name that just popped up. Give me a second. I'll see if I can load that up. I don't know if you are in the chat or not. I don't know if my setup will let me jump into that. I'm not sure who it was. It was a name I couldn't catch quick enough to pronounce. But thank you so much for subscribing if you're in the chat. I hope you're enjoying the content on the channel. And yeah, oh, I was going to refill my water a little bit, wasn't I? Out the mug. Be a bit more sophisticated this year. Although I am planning to get some hot chocolate or something to put in there at one of these streams. So I've got a nice warm cup something with me. Um, The worst time for an ad came when you were talking about Lethal Company based on my suggestion. Sorry, Ben. So what I'm saying is I got the lore for it down because I wanted to do some research and I want to find out a bit more about the game. And I stored it all in my Notion under research for all these ideas if I do a video for it. And not only does it scroll on forever, it actually freezes my Notion. So I've got to wait for it to catch up on each section. And it only goes down from like on a page that big, I could scroll like 4 times and it goes down to there and there. There is so much information for it, but it's amazing. Yes, he is. He is retiring, and in all fairness to him, he's been doing it long enough. He's got valid reasons for it, and you know he needs to spend family time and focus on other things that matter to him now. And fair play, that's what I say. Um, Absolute fair play to him. He's I was going to do a FNAF video with the retiring, but yeah, it's I didn't get around to doing FNAF because the Hello Boss of Dinos Part 2 dropped, and I'm doing this, and I've got another video planned for Friday. But it is a shame that he's going. I only got introduced to him through Potcross mentioning it a year or so ago, so I jumped on a couple of the game theory ones for information about stuff like FNAF and research and that. And I love his videos. I love the way he just approaches it, and even the way he approached his goodbye video where he climbed over the sofa and that. I thought that was amazing. And yes, it's emotional, especially after you've spent so much, at least a big portion of your life doing something. It's emotional. It's emotional when you leave a job if you get on well with everybody after a year to a year and a half. Doing something for 10 years, it, you know, I think he did amazing in that video to, just say how he felt on that and, how he was. So he's going to be sadly missed. Hopefully he will. I think someone said he will be doing the odd bit here and there, which should be good. But yeah, it's a case of time. Time waits for no man. Unfortunately, he will be sadly missed. But I'm just hoping whoever they get to take over has the same passion and drive he had on his channels. That's all you can ask for. Um, what have we got next? King says, "Have you made the playlist yet? Because I really want to catch up on your story." Motiva Story Arc's got a playlist. The narrators have got a separate playlist. I haven't managed to put together a playlist for the entire story because most of the videos from a certain one up. So I need to figure out the videos and the order that they're going because they combine from certain ones. And some ones are the main storylines, some ones are the narrators and separate adventures. So I need to just resort them. But the narrators all have their own all have their own playlists now. So if you actually watch those individually, you probably would get through it. Dino Claw is the very first one narrate on the channel. Nexon versus Sharp is the mech armor one where he meets Benny Sharp. But the one where the narrators all meet and then it picks up afterwards is Enter the Splatverse. So if you go back on the channel listening to Enter the Splatverse, whenever that was, about a year or two ago, and then watch the videos up from there, you probably see them all. But King, I have got that on my list. I am slowly working through it. I've deleted all the old playlists that are irrelevant and building them all back up. Um, Justin, yo, I have heard of Power Word. They reckon that's going to take over and be more popular than Pokemon, according to some of the theories out there on YouTube at the moment. But also, congratulations for being a member for 5 months and happy 2024 victory lap. I think it's supposed to be good job, champ. But yeah, nice. Ben, in my opinion, I thought he was retiring because of his slander on his FNAF theories. No, I think it was a combination of things, but I also think they knew it was going to come up this point at a point. As he was saying, he knew in this goodbye video, that day will come. They just didn't know when. But if they knew that was going to happen, then they're losing not exactly interest, but it's not got the same meaning for them, and other things are taking priority, and they've got to be realistic about things. Um, that's what I got out of it anyway. If Food First becomes community redraw, I've got to draw that god awful god killing sandwich I made, which is peanut butter jelly, 4 eggs, ham, cheese, turkey, salt, pepper, ketchup, mustard, and blueberry waffles. Wow, that's an insane sandwich. Uh, Marin says, "Do I make him die or do I let him retire in my story?" Whichever is appropriate for where your story's going, and whichever you feel comfortable writing. I would say retiring's the nicer option, but if your story calls for it and it's funny, you could always bop him off and then make him retire. Just depend what happens. They've been accused of copying Pokemon designs. I'm not being funny. Pokemon have done so many designs. There's very few creatures you can do nowadays that aren't copying it, and the amount of fake one out there that they could base their designs from that are based off Pokemon, I feel that there's going to be a lot they're copying. They'll have a load of designs similar to Monster Hunter, Pokemon, Digimon, and stuff in there. Any game, fantasy game with mythological creatures. Pokemon don't own the rights for half the creatures they're based on. half the half the legendaries are based on real life mythological creatures. I mean, Moltres is based on a phoenix technically because its abilities in the series to go into the ashes and that. You've got uh, Chimpa, whatever. That's no leopard one with the swords coming down. That's based off slightly off mythology and Chinese mythology with their stuff. So they have rights for the designs. And if they change it enough, great. But it's going to be a bit of a catch-22. Um, I think that's going to be like a tricky bridge. Personally, I think it's 50-50. Some designs will blatantly fall into that category, I think, Justin. Those birds are cancelled or based off the state of energy. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a case of their designs are fine and their concepts, yes, but I could draw my own version of a bird of fire that's a phoenix. Moltres is effectively a phoenix. That's all it is. So if someone designs a phoenix and it's covered in flames and it's a similar style to Moltres because it's popular, as long as it doesn't look identically like Moltres and it's blatantly that it's based on the phoenix more than Moltres, it doesn't matter if it is blatantly Moltres in a different style. It's based off a mythological thing behind. Um, so it's a tricky one. It'll be interesting to see where they go with it, to be honest. If I'm completely honest with you. Okay, then he is going to get severely hurt, lose an arm or some in a breaching. Cool. That sounds quite cool, Maren. Keep the rest of the details now top secret for what you want to do because that means that there'll be a bit of surprise for everybody. But that sounds quite cool. Yes, we do need some. I could see Phoenix for Moltres and Guarda for Zapdos. I couldn't tell you what Articuno is based off design wise. Um, there are many Chinese creatures, birds and stuff, and Oriental ones that will go with the coldness, the weather, the blizzards. I can't remember the name of the birds right now, but they'll be based off certain birds within the mythology. And the thing is, they're all based off mythology. Most Pokemon are based off animals or mythology anyway, from around the world, with a twist or something to it. I mean, let's face it, the sword Pokemon, that horse one, I can't remember his name. It's basically a unicorn. The horn on his head is his sword. He's a unicorn. Greetings, Pimping Creations. I hear double congratulations are in order because you're now doing redraws. So, can you care to share with me in this chat, because I haven't seen your video yet, what's the first theme of your redraw? What are people submitting to you? You don't need lots of detail. I just want to know what you've got to submit and the deadline date. Dempsey, you could do something with Garten of and like demons that are. I think I've got that idea down already from you, Ben. That sounds very familiar. I'm sure you've suggested that before. It is on the list. My list. I really need to find a way to show you guys the list at some point. It scrolls on quite a bit, and I took all the how-tos out of it and all the duplicates from the old system. So it is a bit of a interesting one to see, like what's happening with the suggestions. Quick question: have you seen my community redraw submission? Yours was the one with the two that are the two parts, wasn't it? That had multiple ones, including a truth and a plushiest kind of like part to it from existing ones that were sent in. I'm trying not to spoil what your redraw submission was to everybody. At the same time, it's given enough information for you to know what I'm on about. I know I've seen it. I don't think I've read all the lore, but I've seen it. Cool. My narrators are sandwiches. That would be quite an interesting one. It's really weird putting this extra layer of like darkness onto these, just to act as like a extra Shadow Realm. Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't like it on that. Nope, it's not going on. It's not. The owl's going to be lit up a bit more. I'll use a different thing for that. I don't like it on the owl. It's too dark. For the first theme, I went with design your own anime. Oh, oh, any genre, any anime series or theme. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch your video later. I like that idea. I have made some weird food concoctions before and sandwiches. So yes, not quite what you put on there, but I've made some weird combinations myself. I feel like Dino Claw is a Reuben. Oh, if it's a sandwich, okay. Imagine the narrators in a Thanksgiving adventure or Halloween adventure. They've got to have some Halloween adventures at some point. They only had campfire one at some a campfire one, but I want to include more. As the story develops, I'm going to be including more bits into it. And as I said before, I would like to include a character that's got wacky stories like Benny Sharp does, but not being a mech armor guy or Benny Sharp in personality. Just always got a story for someone. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So, Kingpin Creations, who's your favorite anime protagonist? Minecraft Transformers, 9 months. Congratulations. Members, flash your badges and summon either Captain Planet or Voltron, whoever comes first. Yes, summon them while you can. Now, that's awesome that you guys have been members for that long. Wow, time flies. I think I just need to do the dark shadows inside here, which are going to be a bit different than the other part because they are, even though they're in here, they are still quite shaded. Does any of the characters have food allergies? Not that I'm willing to share yet. I haven't really thought about it in all honesty. However, now that you've said that, that kind of gives me an idea for when we do the food first thing. So I can't divulge any information. So good question, Justin. Can't tell you. Um, oh, I want to ask who caught the key bit of information in the last video? Hello, Robotus Dinosaurs. There's one small bit that happened in there, and if you listen to the lore and you watched it, you'll be able to tell me. Um, and then I'll be amazed if you get it right because there is a certain particular bit in there that happened in the lore about in the third image, the Stolas one, in that lore. And if you didn't watch the lore through, you're going to lose a major bit of the information for something coming up. It won't make sense. Although I will reference it back. I managed to get the audio mixing right this time, and those that couldn't hear in the first one properly could hear in the second one fine. So I've now learned how to do the audio mixing on my editing software, which means the world is open to do a lot of things I wanted to do in the first place with a few bits of sound design. So I am really happy about that. It's taken me long enough to figure it out, and it was a simple setting. I knew it was, I just didn't know where the I didn't know where it was or what volume bit to control, and now that I figured it out, I did it the wrong way. Now that I figured it out, it's like yes. What we got? Um, Ben says maybe a talking Doberman that claims to originally be a human and sharing his tales from a folklore universe. Not a bad idea. Uh, excuse me. Minecraft. Koi will show up at some point. I don't know if he will or he won't. He's been on chat earlier on today, but you know he's probably lurking in the background, quietly cooking away as usual. Kingpin Creation says it's a tough one. First one comes to mind is Maki Owen from Soul Eater, but you're blanking on all the anime that you've seen. Yeah, I've seen so many anime. It's very hard to pick sometimes which ones are the kind of like the main protagonists. There are a few. I've watched so many newer ones recently. It's actually getting a bit harder to tell us from it. Right, tell you what, let's just add that manually. I'm going to go for a bit more of an organic feel in some of these areas. Is it the thing about the Monica giving? Yes, Caden King, you watched it. Well done. It was. That was the bit that was out of place in there on purpose. Um, it leads to something later on. And now it's out, I can actually mention it, which is fine. Um, so it is a case of that piece. So Caden King, well done. I'm glad someone's watched it. I know someone in the Discord knew what it was. They said, so things are getting interesting. Interesting plot twist with it. And I'm like, yep. But that's crucial. I needed that in before something else that I planned. And if I didn't get that part in, the problem is it won't make much sense later on. And if it doesn't make much sense to you guys later on, and then I've got to find time to do an extra video. Fortunately, schedules are tight because you guys all want videos. We've got some people that want them for different. What you asked me to create after one video's come out, create a video for the next Friday, and it's like my turnaround's quick, but not that quick, which is all good fun. This is what I love sometimes about doing this. Is I don't need because I've got those other detaily bits in there. I don't need a huge amount of detail on everything. Not at this point anyway. I just need enough to be able to pick up enough colours to add the emphasis on where the lighter bits are going to go. Effectively, we've got a base set of colours on there, so I'm just building this up layer by layer and affecting it piece by piece to get the blended effects that I want and more of a push of colour in the areas that are shaded. I think Kingpin has watched My Hero Academia. I would be very surprised if Kingpin hasn't. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are some people are watching the lore because I know some people just jump on the video, skip through to the artwork, and don't care about the storyline. So it's really nice when you guys do and you take part in it, which is quite cool. Uh, so yeah, that is really good. Yes, because I know you guys. Not all of you have seen the history behind Demonica and that, and she has given files before to demons. So, but she's never been seen. Is the thing that we've had previously. Which is quite a nice one to have. It was I think it was a demon episode or a dragon episode or something where she last did something with the demons that were. So it was quite nice to add that in there, but at the same time drop in the little subtle bit there, of what's going on. Someone said an EMP weapon to kill Eminhart cybernetic invasion. It doesn't work. It's EMP proof. He's already mentioned it in the abilities on some of them. The only way to really sort them is potentially Krampus getting annihilated, but I don't think Krampus getting annihilated would work because of something Omen Hearts tried putting in the story lore back and forth, trying to get a canon event happening. That'd be interesting. Uh, Totally random guy says, anyways, I've been reading Demigod Files, and in there is a moment where Annabeth is describing how she feels about Percy to an interview. Oh, that's quite interesting. Kimmy says, yes, My Hero is the first one I've seen. Admittedly, I've fallen a bit behind, but meaning to catch up. You're on season 3. What, the anime or the manga? Because the manga, I'm probably about 20 chapters behind, I think. They split them all up for the epic fight, and Bakugo has his thing happen to him. So that's an interesting one. Um, in the manga, it's the last place I got to. But in the actual anime, I think I'm up together on Crunchyroll with the anime. And I've got a couple to catch up on, but I'm pretty much up to date on the seasons. Um, but my first experience in anime was Guyver. No, actually, my first experience to a proper anime from a book that I'd seen was Guyver. My first experience to any anime was Technoman Blade. Or was it Technoblade? Technoman Blade? That was one of the very first anime I probably watched. It's kind of like a Western style anime, which is quite cool. Um, and if you, of course, think she likes Percy, and she's like, no. Speaking of which, you haven't drawn Krampus, also the anime for My Hero Academia. Um, I've drawn a Krampus. I haven't drawn the Krampus that's been summoning the other Krampuses, correct. Uh, and there's some reasons behind that, some not so reasons. Probably the biggest reason is I just haven't gotten around to it. I will probably draw at some point, but it's the info and the settings needs to be at the right. I think it needs to be tied in right to be drawn, if that makes sense. Yeah. Let's add some texture onto the cell. Imagine YouTube channels like yours and Popcross being invaded by robots and dragging robots doing things like community redraws. Um, Potentially, I think we've got stories where things like that could happen. I still find it I still find it weird now that people say he's the British Popcross on the comments I'm getting this lately. It's quite nice to see comments that aren't like, "Oh, you're this is a Popcross rip-off." It's like, I think you're heavily inspired by Popcross, loving the art and stuff. It's all positive, which is really nice to see. While we're on the subject of like channels and things like mine and Popcross, it makes a nice change to see it. And where we do have similar stuff, I do try and keep my stories and trying to keep my adventures completely different from whatever he's come up with in his like narrators and where they go. I like the idea of being similar but different, as well as I want to branch off to other things coming up. There are a few things I'm working on. As I say, doing some shorts and OC challenges to knock some content out. Live streams are probably going to take more of a turn to fuller illustrations this year. So where we've done this over a couple, I don't think I'll spend longer than 3 streams on an illustration unless it's a really big illustration. I don't want to be spending weeks and weeks on an illustration unless it's for a very particular reason, like it's a commission or something, or it's a big project. That would be the only exception. I want to work on like maybe splash cover art, some more like dynamic poses with effects on them. Um, possibly a digital paint style, but similar to the League of Legends splash arts and the World of Warcraft ones you get. Um, Omen Heart, I like that spin on it. However, Popcross was doing his stories long before I was, so I'm a British Popcross. First come, first serve. No, I'm a British Dempsey, but I do like the fact that people saying my art, my style does remind them of Popcross, so they've obviously seen Popcross and they're liking the art. They're not negative comments, if that makes sense, which is amazing to have. Just doing this weird wood-like texture along here. See what it looks like on this. Trick about wood-like textures is most people just go up and down in one spot, but to make it look like wood, you need this broken up pattern. You need bits that are like circles in the middle of bits going up and down and stuff. My first time experience was the Pokemon anime, but the first proper one I watched was one called To Your Eternity. Oh, I watched it. In this age, I was about when the first Pokemon series came out. I watched that as a child. Yep, you all heard it. I'm as old as Pokemon. At least when it first came out in like the Western world. Hopefully, this is actually looking a bit like a wooden texture on the staff a bit. Yeah, Marin, you could say that, but don't finish that sentence or you'll get in trouble. Because we know what happened. You'll get in trouble for doing it. Yet the other person that says it in front of you before you gets off scotch-free. Because that's just the way the world works. Cool, that stuff's starting to look a bit more nicer with its details. They're subtle when you zoomed out, but they are there. I've still got to do 1,000 drawings of robots and robot dragons, along with the robot dragon king. Also got to increase the lore. Wow. I don't know. It's fine. It's you can imply it as a joke at the right moment. I'm not encouraging you to do it, honest, but it's expected that you'll make comments like that being your age anyway. It's just a case of you need to make sure that you don't say the swearing in that sentence because then you get in more trouble than just implying. You're getting some for implying it, but they can only give you a warning, really. You never said the word. That's I like how that's looking. What's the next texture we need? We want. Okay, let's see how that's going. Okay, that's not on that layer. I'll do a highlight in the next layer with pure white almost. I think that'll look better in that layer than that. I don't remember when when I started watching it. I really got into Pokemon when Sun and Moon came out. But I watched some episodes of it before when I was younger, so maybe it's the XY series. If you've got Zygarde and little Sylphie, the little like green and black snake character, like wormy snake character going around with Ash's friends, then yeah, that'd probably be XY series. So now I want to do for I think what I want to do is I want to try something different now. Don't want to do that Adelaide just yet. I want to take colours and lighten them almost myself, paint them. And see what layer options are going to work for this. Oh, saturation looks quite nice. Oh, add a bit of saturation to this. That really makes the shadows kind of like pop out a little bit. Oh, I quite like that. Maybe I'll turn them just slightly. That. Modify layers can get merged together because they work, and then I want to duplicate that layer. Change. I'm experimenting as we go along here, guys. So keep an eye out. I'm in heart. Have fun at D&D Club. Let me know how you get on next time, and see you later. Thank you for joining. Um, Gaussian blur that just a bit. What if I did a chromatic aberration to it as well? Yeah, and I can name almost every Pokemon from the first 4 generations. There's still 8, at least I don't remember. Wow, I just, if I see them and I know the name, I'll know them. If I don't, then I got no hope. But I remember I've seen them before. Just don't remember anything else. What's going to do? There's a hard light there, and I need a brush. That maybe it's hard blend. Let's see. There's maybe if I take that brush, duplicate it, have a look at its properties. Where's its dynamics? I want its blend mode. color dynamics. I think. No. Rendering. Here we go. Blend mode normal. Blend mode. Hard mix. There we go. So let's pick a color. Wow, that's done some interesting. What else we got? Normal. Really? Does that not really blend how I was expecting it to? I mean, it's got funky colors, but it's not expecting how I expected to go. I'm working on an idea here, guys. I'm experimenting. Don't worry. I know I'm kind of half ruining this image, but this is part of the fun of experimenting. Clear that and then just go back to the normal painting brush on a hard mix layer and just play with colors. Wow, that's. I feel like we're on like a heat vision camera now. That's quite a funky effect. I'll delete that and add another layer. That's not quite what I was expecting, but it's not the end of the world. I think that one was the one with. I don't have the chromatic aberration. That's fine. I can experiment with stuff. What have we got? That's quite cool, Caden King. That's probably better naming than I can do. Okay, so that can go back to normal. I want to add some effects over this before I do any more lighting. I need to figure out a few things. I'm kind of wondering which layer I did that chromatic aberration on. Oh, it's that there, wasn't it? The multiply. Let's change that down. Oh, that's funky. Okay, we don't need that there. That was me experimenting with something, so that's fine. That can drop down to there. In between. Um, Saturation there. Added normal layer there. Clicking that. I will look for a. Oh, it's a brighter color. And then see what we've got here. I've got to do it a different way because my brush doesn't quite the same as everything else. On this one. But I just want to experiment with like the halftone things that you see in some illustrations. Obviously, they're probably massively smaller in the actual. That's not the right way to use that. It's problem with experimentation is it takes a while to get what you want done, how you want it to be. Right, let's start working on some lighting effects in here. I did used to have a cloud set of brushes, but I probably don't have them in yet. So I have to make the effects that I want. So first off, I'm going to take that, and so it's good to take that. Um, duplicate. Um, Not easy trying to figure out the lighting and stuff that you're going to do on something. Just realizing how complex, like some of these illustrations I see that I think, yeah, that'd be quite fun to do. And I have a look at them and they're like, they're not quite so fun to do. I like that effect on there. We'll do some more lights in a minute around them. Trying to think what else we can do to kind of like push this image with some magic and stuff. Uh, so Magic Churchill, he was one of those. Okay. What am I going to do first? Something on the background. Okay, I need to figure out a background. Don't think my usual plans will work. Thanks, Minecraft. I'm struggling with this a little bit, but we'll see where we get to on the design. Oh, that'll be quite a cool effect. You want to see something funky? Get ready for this. Wait, is that not doing what I think it's doing? Why is it not doing what I think it's doing? Oh, no, no, no. I can literally take any shape and I'll do rainbow colours of it. Just really random there. Just I can just take any shape I want now and do it. It works with anything. I mean, these moonlight shapes that we got in here. Then add a new layer above it, and I can just mash that down, duplicate. I need to take an extra layer from somewhere. That one and working for that out a little bit. And then just do my favorite trick at the moment. I'm gonna find one more layer. That's the last layer I can get. I think it merged together. I'll fill that white. That can be. Change it. Let's get that one. That's quite cool. Oh, I like that bit better. Um, oh, hey Dempsey, I finished the team of knights I talked about in the last stream. Oh, that's awesome. How many are on the team again? Sorry, it's been a while since the last stream, and it's kind of like just trying to figure out what's been on what and what's on what. We've only been going for an hour or so. Hour 40 almost, so we've still got a bit of time on today's stream. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna have a tiny bit of chocolate to pick me up. Mega buttons. And then hmm, got to work my way around the other way of this, the solution. Don't like the background, but I'm gonna. Kind of destroy it and redo it funky. Because I like how that's kind of looking there. Bit abstract, but it's got a bit of a kind of a depth to it for the character now. Um, and giving away trade secrets, my color dodge trick with the glow is actually what I use. Same effect for glow layers. I do to affect the glow around the edges of them, which is actually kind of like a little cheat to just have that and have that little glowing edge. Sometimes you can change that to be like a maybe if I make that a color dodge layer as well. That's quite funky. There are a total of 6 of them. Names are Gorg, Faye, Ajax, Sky, Anne, and her demon friend Nico and Dragonwing. Cool. What have I got? Yeah, that one. Right. Layer effects on the top. Okay, that's that one. Um, yeah, I'm not very good at doing these. Dempsey, you could use So you could do your own Marvel and DC fusion, like Captain Marvel and Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and Cyborg and stuff. Yeah, I do need to do some more of them. DC and Marvel content on the channel. Hmm. Uh, Turn that off for now. I'll block that. Block that again. Add some. And then gradient map it. And then have a look at the layer. That's quite cool. Hmm. Oh, that's nice. That's Yeah, that would probably do a Marvel and DC one in one shot, but I would probably want to do more than one video. But do a couple of them, just because it would work out a lot better at that point. I think less is more, so that's yeah. Maybe I should stick with the side and the opacity down a bit for these spell effects. Um, that was really cool as you were flipping through the colors. Make it nice. Make a nice short. If do that, list revolving or colors. That could be quite a cool idea. Um, wow, that's quite bright. Other ones we've got here. Snowfall, give that nice effect within them. Almost a magical effect on something. Frost magic does a bit of cool atmosphere. Don't like it. Oh, bye guys, catch you later. And Pixel Dust Dev, howdy. I mentioned you earlier and did a shout out congratulations to you getting to 100,000 subscribers and the massive influx you've had in the last 2 months to go from not a huge amount to a massive amount due to consistency. So yeah, hi Pixel Dust Dev. Um, Other than that, you've not missed much. Just working on the illustration, trying to get kind of like an atmospheric effect on this. Photoshop probably would be better on doing some of this, but we'll see what we can get done. Unless I'm done in 10 minutes. I won't be done in 10 minutes, Marin. So yeah. Yeah, it was 2 months 2 months basically to get from 2K to 100K. That's insane. Yeah. I want traction like that one day. But for now, I'm just doing what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, no, it's a massive agreement, massive achievement. Congratulations. I can't talk tonight. Oh, that's interesting. Right there. Can I get another one in? Yeah, it doesn't work that one. Eyeballs for the win. Maybe I should just draw eyes on my channel now. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the secret to winning on YouTube. Just draw eyes. Oh, that blue color. No, that's. I'm ending up doing too much now. I'm taking away from what I need to have in the picture. I need to come back down to here, add that other add layer, and go back to my original colors and start working on that again, building it back up. I've gone too far away from what I want to be doing to what I am doing. What's the huffle? Which bit, Pixel does Dev? You might have got a bit confused with the chat and what's going on. Oh, Ben saying that you'd have gotten like 1.666, 1,666 subs repeating in a day for that. I think he tried to break down the like 100,000 divided by 60. Have kittens playing on the screen below me. That'd be quite cool. That might do it. Right, let's work on this. What was that? Did you guys hear that? Something sounded like it just fell off somewhere or fell somewhere in my room, and I'm the only one in my room, and nothing should have fallen or moved. Apparently, this block of flats is haunted as well, so First live stream of a paranormal experience. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's no longer me drawing, it's the ghost. Oh, that'd be creepy. It's like I'm like this and it's still drawing. That'd be amazing. See you later, Pixel Dust Dev. Have fun making videos. Here we go. A couple of extra details coming in. I confuse Marvel characters with Marvel characters. I feel that's kind of been done already with the Marvel cartoons. The Hulk with Captain America and stuff. They kind of did the whole genre. Um, DC ones might be a bit more interesting. Wait, did it come back? The green screen of doom? I've missed that. Let me know if it comes back again, guys. Could be saying it's been too long on the stream. That's it. Your time's up. I need to add a. I can't add that there. That's an empty layer. Cool. Um, it has with the Warp World comics, but it was 2008, I think. But you could do your own version. Also, I was thinking. Also, I think it was when Ultimate Spider-Man was Spider-Man swapped bodies with Wolverine. Oh, was it? Oh, it might have been. No worries, Marion. Good night. Try not to stress about stuff. Chill out, and we will catch you on the next one. Or in 10 minutes, whichever one comes first for you, Marion. Okay, let's get back to where we were. We're on that one. Now this one. This is the one. This is where it's going to start really coming to life on me. So I need to figure this out right. That look right? Campus reference picture, whole picture. Sometimes it's good to get the reference image up. Marion, you were gone a long time. And if it's morning, I've been streaming a long time. I really need to work on how I do hair. There's got to be a better technique than what I do. Got to be a better technique than what I do. I need that on that side when I'm drawing. Um, now I'm adding the highlights as we go along here, and I kind of done things out of order for what's added, and I feel I could probably push this further, but I do want to get to a stable-ish point tonight, so we will just be going to the point where it is stable in terms of we've gotten a fair amount kind of done on this, and it looks good. And this is where if you've got an app and you can open up another canvas or reference image like I've got on screen, it does help because while I'm zoomed in, I can still look at the overall picture of what I'm working on, and I can look to try and at least balance some areas out just a little bit more. So I don't want to overdo it with the hair. I do want it in a few areas, but at the same time, don't want it too blown out of proportion when you zoom out, which is a bit tricky to do sometimes, but we're getting there on it. Um, might do a massive illustration next week on something a bit more fan favorite. Maybe I'll Venomize something in a bit more detail, or I'll do like I said, I want to do a splash bit. That's if it's not the redraw next Monday. And it's not my car. Hopefully it's not my car. Maybe it's the neighbor's car. Um, I can't look out the window right now while I'm doing this, but I will No doubt have a look afterwards and see if my car's been annihilated by. Nope, I can't see my. Oh, there is a car space missing. Maybe something did get annihilated. There is a space missing out there, which I was not expecting to see. So, yes, I wasn't expecting to see that. Potentially someone's car got smashed. Um, Maybe D&D Monsters has been more randomized as a video. Yeah, I'm wanting to do more combination videos at some point. I just need to figure out the combinations that. Well, I say that I need to get better at my admin to know when I can and cannot do them, because there will be a bit of a, whether you like it or not, there will be a little bit of time to plan them out and draw them. They will take longer to do than other videos. That said, they could be quite fun to do, to be honest. Okay, here's the fun layer. So now that I've done that, I'm actually going to go into the color dodge layer. I'm going to pick a blue color out from here, potentially that blue or the light blue from there. And I'm just going to shrink that down. And just add a bit of a glow from it. And then just add it into the color a little bit. Get rid of that reference now. Something more where you've got these areas that are going into these bluish colors to pick up. Here's a bit of a cheat. I just extend like a blue area around where something's going to go, but we are getting some nice effect from here now. Mm. Fun effect of just plotting stars everywhere. Trying to be random with them, so I'm just tapping randomly on the spots where I think they're going to go. Okay, see you later, Maren. I duplicate that? No, but I do have extra layers, so um, merge that down, duplicate that. Again, Gaussian blur's your friend. Write that down. Do another kind of blending mode. And I just want to have some fun with this. Oh, that's a bit large. I was expecting. Is that not the? Oh, I thought that was going to be the light pen. I wanted to get a little bit more obvious what's happening on this. Um, Oh, catch you later, Minecraft. And yes, guys, if you are still here, smash the like button. We've probably not got too much longer on this, to be honest. We're just finishing off a few lighting effects on this one to hopefully give it a bit more of a thump to it. And then I'm not sure what's on that layer. I think it might be a blank layer. One might be that's lines. I don't see a difference in that one, so I'm going to do that. That's going to have a kind of like, like mid. Oh, I do like that hard mix effect and stuff like that. That brush maybe? Yeah, just around the edges again, just to reaffirm it a bit more with that Gaussian blur. Hey, Bonita, how's it going? Yes, we've been playing a lot with the layer effects this stream to work on it. There are some aspects which still need working on. Just need to figure out which bits can and cannot be moved, removed, tweet. I think I can merge that down. No. Should be a layer I can get away with not having. I need that one. I'll probably merge those two down together and give myself an extra layer up here with the highlights. Set that to add and then just blow it out on the top of everything, which is going to be interesting. Where is it? Comic Inker. How's your day, evening, or whichever one it is, wherever you are going? I don't know where some people are in the world currently, so I'll just say, how's your whatever going? That might need to be down on there with tipping mess. Hmm. Nope, that's going back up to the top bit, and I will sort this out kind of in a minute. Maybe I should have my painting brush for this one. Oh, wrong painting brush. That's number two. I want number one. That's better. Not worried about going over on some bits right now. I just want to get pretty much the main parts in where I want the light to be. It'll make sense in a minute. I'm basically blotching out areas to then just blast them with a glow. Gaussian blur to blow that out of it. Drop the opacity a little bit. Got me for a glow. Just for now, so I can get a copy of the canvas. That layer 22 on. I need to merge some of these down. Yeah. Paste it on here. Bloom. Should pick up all the highlights. Oop, need sort of glasses a minute. Give me a second, guys. I can actually see what I'm doing on these bits. Haha, much better. Um, yeah, Just move that up to the top of it. It shouldn't be a hard mix, maybe it should be. Maybe it's a hard mix, maybe it's just not being erased enough around here, the L. What did you guys think of this one so far? I mean, we've only got a couple of people still in the chat, but how do you think this is coming out? I quite like what we've got here, to be honest. I don't think we need to do much more. At the very most, we just need a color dodge flare, clipping mask, and just to emphasize some more of these. Cool, appreciate that, guys. I just need to get some of these final bits. That should be a soft brush. Just need to clear that. Maybe like just do developing. I think that's probably done, to be honest. Without taking it in Photoshop, I'm not sure too many more techniques I can do without going too far into this. Uh, share, save a copy of that. And yeah, I think that's it done for this one. I think that's our fusion done with a little bit of a dark twist. And yeah, I think it looks quite cool. And hopefully you guys like it as well. And it's turned out quite cool. Kind of like the background for her right now because it kind of fits the. This one does, yeah. This is kind of like worked in, kind of like cross between a bit of the Cassie Cage sort of like outfit in more led towards Ida, but it's kind of tied in quite nicely, which is quite good. So this is kind of where I've got to on this one. And yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. It's almost 2.5 hours as well. Um, Friday is a normal video, and next Monday, I don't know if it's going to be a live stream or the community redraw. Community redraw might be dropping on the 2nd of February. I will confirm that by the weekend. It depends on how this week goes, to be honest. It probably will be the 2nd, but we will see. And yeah, I think we'll leave there. Tegan says, "Is it just me, or does she look like someone Demonica would talk to?" She looks like someone Demonica would hang out with, to be honest. I do think that. I do think she does have that kind of feel to her, which is quite cool. Um, but yeah, I think this one turned out quite nicely. As I say, the next live stream we do, I'm going to pick a popular character and put into a really dynamic pose. So I'm going to pick something. It might be Ben 10 related, and we do something with it, kind of like a twist on top of it. It might be something else. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it is going to be something fun. And yeah, this is really awesome. It's been awesome to be here for every stream. Yeah, no, it's been awesome to have you here as well, Caden. And yeah, as I say, next Monday probably will be a live stream, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll double check that. If not, I'll move it to one stream later on in the next week, later on in the week. But we'll have to see what happens on that one. Um, yeah, I'm going to say thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in Friday's video. And I'll say good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on wherever you are. And we will take it from there. Now I've just got to be able to see the screen to click the buttons. Night, guys.